It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Jags and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better...
The Jaguars defense ready to go and in good form, coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he had a great game a week ago. Just about everybody on this unit did in the shutout. It's going to be a tough performance to replicate, but this group, they believe they're up to the challenge.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slam, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They had the pick-6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop.
Here we go, here we go.
After the pick-6, here's Burrow again. It's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Gun.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Burrow will throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Damian Pierce, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
Gun.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's got Smith here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins, 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
First down, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
On 2, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
On 1, ready? Gun.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Short throw to Smith. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now Burrow loses the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
team here, Charles. That's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Now that was some teamwork out there, fellas.